Good evening and welcome once again to the Whiskey Cowboy Live. Tonight's date is January 29th, 2025. It is a Wednesday. That was not a very smooth intro. I had everything mixed up here. I tried something different with my mixer so I could see if I could get rid of that annoying buzz, and it didn't do it. So I had to quickly bring it back to where it was. So that's that. Let some folks join us tonight. Laurel says, good evening. Looks good and sounds good. Thank you. Jacqueline says, hi, John and everybody. She came in shortly after I started the promo in. She's usually here early. Let some folks get in here before I get into the meat and taters of tonight's show. Hate to do it. Tonight's coffee is Toasted Southern Pecan. Toasted Southern Pecan from Cameron's Coffee. I almost didn't do coffee tonight because I told the missus I'm not in the mood for the show and I'm tired. I'm dead tired. And she's like, well, do what you're going to do. So we did a pod anyway, so we'll see how far it goes. Didn't get much sleep last night. Our youngest shot us off a message today, too, said she didn't sleep. I didn't sleep last night, so I don't know what it was. None of us slept. And here we are. So I spent all day. I put out content today. I still did my job. I put out some content today, but I spent most of the day on the job search sites. Because I can't do this. Maybe. We'll see. I put up today, and I'd warned folks a year ago. Look, shit. Sorry, frazzled. Warned folks a year ago, if you want me to keep doing this, you might have to reach in and help. Because I've been doing this about a decade now out of my own pocket. And I hate having to say that. And to the point now where I'm averaging just over $100 a month. I can't pay my bills on that. And we were squeaking through. We got our mortgage update. Comes the first of the year. Comes in January every year, and every year they bend me over. And that's why I tell people, put up the meme where the chick was saying, yeah, I can, the bank says that I can't afford a $940 a month mortgage payment, but I'm paying $1,400 a month for my rent, and she thinks she can still afford the mortgage. She can't. Yeah, every year I get bent over. I got bent over good this time. I can't absorb it. $400 a month increase in my outgoing mortgage payment. $400 a month more than last year. That was more than the year before that, which was more than the year before that. $400 more a month. And I'm making just over $100 doing this. Can't do it. I can't do it. Mortgage company also sold my mortgage. So, but that should all slide on over. They're sliding everything over. So we're waiting. Should be like next week. This coming week, I should be getting a notification from the new mortgage company and see how much they're gonna they're gonna screw me. So we'll deal with that. And so yeah, I told folks, if I can't get in donations enough to offset, I got two property taxes I got to do, one mortgage, home insurance go through the freaking roof. I cut all the other shit, just cut as much stuff out of my budget as I can. Can't cut anymore. Can't. Oh, the missus was, she's in tears today. I don't like that. It's like, no, we'll figure something out. So I put out on Facebook. Let's see if they come through. This is the final, you either want me to keep doing what I'm doing or it's just not worth it for you. And I try to tell people, look, just about everybody, not everybody, just about everybody can afford to buy me a cup of coffee a month. It's $5. Just $5. I got 11,200 and change followers on Facebook. It only takes a small fraction of that for them people to give me $5 a month. They all enjoy my content. And I keep the place clean. You folks know how much I work to keep that place clean so it doesn't look like all the other sites out there, all the other pages. But if folks don't want that, that's okay. That's okay. So I've been job searching so that if within a week or so I can't get, and it's got to be monthly donations, and I can tell people can send me the links in the description of the show, but it's also on my Facebook page. When they send in a donation, they can choose to make it a one-time or a monthly. So if I don't get enough monthly to cover my mortgage, just my mortgage, that's all, just my freaking mortgage, I'm going to have to shut things down because I can't do this. I got to be washing dishes someplace if they'll have me. Because I got a house to pay for. Been doing this shit for about a decade now. Just shy of a decade. Officially. Free. Out of my own pocket. We've been using my savings. We've been doing our own finances. So this will be it. This will be it. We'll see. We'll see if those folks who say they like my content and like what I do and having my voice out there and my logic and reason and my analysis of things, we'll see whether or not they did it. And I'll be honest about this. I'm not trying to make any of you, my regulars on this show, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. Jacqueline felt bad. Jacqueline gave me a donation the other day. I refunded it the next morning. It's like, no, I know she's on a fixed income, and I'm not meaning to call her out, but I've told all the people that follow my. It's like if you're on a fixed income and you can't afford anything, I understand it, but you can't tell me that I got 1,100 or 11,200 and change people all on fixed incomes that they can't afford to buy me a cup of coffee. And she didn't send me. It wasn't $5. She sent me more than that. And I said, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. The ones who have the least to give are the ones that always dig the deepest, and the rest of them, they say, fuck it. Somebody else will do it. And they don't do it. And they don't do it. So there it is. So we'll see. We'll see. My prediction is ain't going to have a show anymore. I'll keep the Facebook page up there, and I may post up a fucking meme every once in a while, but what I put into it, and then people ain't giving back, and that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. They've spoken. So we'll see. Bless his soul, I had one person send me $100 today. $100. Bless him. Ain't going to keep me online, but bless him. Like I posted, if people set up a monthly donation and I don't get enough, I'll take the first month. Thank you. I think I at least earn that. But all the rest, because I'm shutting down, I will cancel all the monthly payments. I'll cancel them on my end. I'll take the first month. So we'll see. I'm just a little fish. I'm just a little fish out there. We'll see whether they want their nice place to talk amongst themselves. Keep it clean and orderly. And if they truly value the little bits of whatever I can bestow upon the world. Because as you see, we got a big crowd tonight, didn't we? I got 4 people supposedly watching. 4. May have more than that. I don't know, but it says 4. Yeah, it's been a rough month, rough week last week. And I was like, I started out the week halfway decent. Man, I got into a groove. Don't pay attention. Just show them the door. Don't pay attention. Show them the door. Just scan it to see if it's trash, get rid of it. Don't get emotionally invested in other people's hogwash. Show them to the door. I was doing okay until this morning. We'll see. So, what's up for everybody else? How's everybody else doing? Take my little knife here. I had to cut some plastic zip ties on some wires and stuff, some stereo equipment. Had some corn chowder for dinner. Had smash burgers last night. Had a craving for them Monday. Monday. Said, hey, what you got planned for dinner? I forget what she planned. I think she had, I don't know, did she have me cook up some pork chops or something? We had pork chops. But I had a hankering. I'm like, oh man, I'd like some of my jalapeno burgers again. She's like, we ain't got no burger out. Okay, how about tomorrow night? So it was fine. So we had it Tuesday night. Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree. Trump's shaking some stuff up. There's The left are screaming because he had put the temporary hold. A judge put a hold on the hold, and it's even debatable whether he had the power to do that. The judge did, but he put a hold on it. Yeah, the Congress controls the purse strings, but the executive branch doles out the money. So it's not as easy as a lot of people think. It's just no. The executive branch facilitates the spending. The legislative branch decides how much is going to be spent. But the president does have the power. He does have the power, and it's been upheld several times. They can put a hold on things and say, no, that's not what the people want, and that's a misuse of the funds, and they can hold it up. Now, Schumer's out there lying. He says Trump's going to take all this money that's supposed to be going out to these programs, and he's going to give it to his wealthy buddies, and that's a huge, steaming pile of horse shit. Because that's not how it works. He can't just take the money, set it aside, and then give it to whoever he wants to. It's either allocated or not. If it's unspent, it goes back into the kitty. And this lie from the Democrats, anyways, that they're just giving businesses and rich people. No, it's tax breaks and stuff. They're not subsidizing it. It's letting them keep more what they had. But you can't do that because the Democrats think everything belongs to them. And then whatever they allow you to keep, well, that's yours. It's not how it works. It's not how it works. So that'll go up to the Supreme Court probably go all the way up. And then the Supreme Court's going to figure that mess out, which is good. It's good. Let them do their job. Every time it's been done except for one. Every time it's been done except for one, it was upheld. The only time it didn't was, I believe, Nixon, and it had to do with a technicality on a law involving the particular spending, and that was it. But all the rest of them, they were upheld. And then the media lying about Trump offering to buy people's resignations. It's not a lie that he's done it, but the circumstances aren't being they're not being told accurately, because how it is Trump sent out a memo to all the federal workers, minus the military and stuff like that, all the federal workers. Hey, we're going to start having you guys come back to work 9 to 5 at the physical locations. Okay? This is happening. It's going to happen. But I'm going to give you the choice. And I'd say it's much more gracious than he needs to do. I wouldn't have done that. I'd have given him like 2 months. Says if you resign right now, send in your resignation, and he sent a form letter with it. There you go. Sign it. Resign. You resign effectively now. You don't have to come to work. You don't have to do anything. I will pay your salaries until September. So these people get basically severance pay for, 8 months. They get 8 months pay. 8 months pay for doing nothing. But he did state, you can keep your job, you come back to work, but if your department gets cut, you're cut. That's what it is. So I tell you what, if I was a federal employee and I just had to roll I'd number one go, what is my job? I know what's coming down the pipe. What's my job? What's the chances of it getting cut? If there's a good chance it's going to get cut, it's a no-brainer. Take the severance. Take 8 months. Sit back for a month and just sip my whiskey and relax. And then find another job. Get things lined up for September. Or shall I say would be October because it paid through to September. So October, by October 1st, I need to have another job. That's all year. Damn. And the left is acting like he's just kicking everybody to the curb and not giving him. No, it's giving him the choice. Hell, that's a lot better than he needed to do. A lot better than he needed to do. What do you think? You think that's a fairly reasonable? I think it's over reasonable, personally. I think it's over reasonable. Everybody there? I scare them off. Nobody's talking. Laurel says they're getting too much of a severance package. I agree. I said I'd give them 2 months. 2 months. 2 months. 30 days notice is what's baseline reasonable. And that's not 30 days and you're not 30 days pay while you're not working. That's you have 30 days left on the job. That's standard. I say, tell them you can resign right now. You don't have to come into work. 2 months. You get 2 months of severance pay. I think that's fine. 8 months? That's insane. 6 months? That's insane. Laurel, your message was retracted. Retracticals. But, yeah, I think all in all, he's doing okay. Oh, and he got rid of a shit ton of attorneys generals, or whatever they called. Not attorneys generals, what they called. My mind's frazzled. Inspector generals, not attorneys generals. Inspector generals. It's arguably that inspector generals are illegal in the first place. Why? Because what it did is Congress passed a law back in, I think, 70s or 80s, something like that, 70s or 80s. Congress passed a law which allowed Congress to appoint independent IGs in the various departments of the executive branch that were free from, that supposedly they can't be fired. Yeah, they can be fired. Trump fired them. It's like, you're gone. You're gone. That supposedly work in, you cannot have independent people investigating for Congress in the executive branch. If you need an investigation, then you set up an investigation. Excuse me. You don't just have these inspector generals put in place in every place. Laurel says, I thought they were going to get 30-day severance pay, and he was supposedly give them 30 days notice. Yeah, that would be the good thing, but yeah. Yeah. And honestly, unless they were under contract, and most of them aren't, I wouldn't even think severance pay on top of that, because that's 2 months. So 30 days notice and is what you're saying. 30 days notice and an additional 30 days pay on top of that, correct? So it would be 60 days. But yeah, he's not doing that. It's 8 months. 8 months. and the Democrats are screaming, oh, the horror. You're hurting me. No. Yeah. The Democrats are out there screaming. AOC's out there. Oh, bitch pissing and moaning about Musk's supposed salute, which it clearly wasn't. Oh, he said, no, just 30 days pay in lieu of 30 days notice. Yeah, that would be, you're right. So, yeah, they could do that. Jacqueline says if all of them need to quit now at the same time, it would skyrocket unemployment, right? No. No, because they got 8 months pay. So they're without a job, but they're not on unemployment roll. They're not counted. They're not counted. Oh, okay. She says maybe that's part of the 8 months so everyone can plan. Yeah, I just think he's just being generous. He could have given him 30 days. He could have given him 60 days. But yeah. So it is what it is. I wouldn't have given him that. Did you hear the since Trump signed the executive order that DEI initiatives and stuff like that would not be in any federal institutions? So the Army's like, I think it was the Army, one of the branches. We're not gonna teach about the Tuskegee Airmen anymore because it's like, no, that's not what it was talking about. So Hegseth came in pretty darn quick and said, nah, that's not what it is. The left is just lying about everything. The same way as, they're putting on his freeze, temporary freeze, so they can examine what federal loans and grants were out there. Oh, they're going to be the elderly and the affirmed aren't going to be able to live because it's like, yeah, that ain't touched. Medicaid. It's Medicaid, right? I always get them mixed up. Medicaid and Social Security disability, all that shit. It ain't getting touched. The payments are still going out. But this is what the left does time and time again. They take a little bit of truth and then they divorce it from reality and put out a big fucking lie. And it's not the first time this shit's happened. There's been examinations of federal spending after a new president comes in as regular. That's the same way people were bitching that, Trump's firing all these lawyers. They come in and fire lawyers every time a new administration comes in. They fire a shit ton of people every time a new administration comes in. It ain't nothing new. They just close their eyes to their own shit. And then when the same thing happens from the next administration that's not their guy, it's holy hell. No, stop it. Like Chuck Schumer getting on the floor of the Senate. Donald Trump needs to tell us what his plan is about the bird flu and the price of eggs and stuff. It's like, look here, jackwagon. You had 4 years of skyrocketing prices and inflation, and you didn't give two shits about it. First week in for Donald Trump, you're complaining about the bird flu and chickens and eggs and the price of things? Shut up. He just took office. You and your ilk has been dealing with this shit for 4 years. Gus says, all I can say is he's really shaking stuff up all over the world, not just the USA. His strategy is very intelligently thought through. Well, I think some of it is, and some of it's just winging it. I don't have any real problems right now. We've talked about it. We can tell when he's just bullshitting. Laura says, they're freaking birds. They fly ever. Yeah, well, because the bird flu, they went through and they culled a shit ton of chickens. That's what caused the problems. But the bird flu goes through every once in a while anyways. It's something that happens periodically. But, they didn't care about this before then. Back to Trump. Here's my thing. I normally don't like the braggadocious bully. I don't like it. However, since the Obama administration, the world has been shitting all over the United States. We're the most powerful country on earth, and they treat us like we are the redheaded stepchild and their servant and slave. They're not going to pay their way, and they're going to tell us what the fuck's the deal is. No, we had enough of that. Had enough of that. Trump is saying no more. No more. It's the same way with Colombia. Who the hell does Colombia think they are? Colombia, really? You're gonna puff your chest because we're sending back your people on military flights? That's not good enough for you? Oh, and you're gonna tariff us as well? Look, Colombia's excluding illegal immigrants and drugs. Colombia's 3 largest exports. Here they are, and in order. It's going to surprise some folks out there. Colombia's number 1 export to the United States is oil and oil products. Okay? Oil and refined, like gasoline and stuff like that. Oil and oil products. That's their number 1. Their number 2, folks could probably guess that. Coffee. Number 2 is coffee. So it's oil, coffee. Anyone know real quick what the number 3 is? Don't look it up. You'll never guess it. You'll never guess what the hell it is. I was like, you got to be shitting me. Their number 3 export. So you got oil, coffee, and number 3 export. Anybody know off the top of their head? Should have been enough time to get lagged down there. If you know, you would have known. If you don't know, just say, don't know. You're going to be surprised. Gus says the Greenland thread is working pretty well. Yeah, the Greenland thing is it's an interesting situation. It's an interesting situation. But okay, number 3, cut flowers. Laurel says not a clue. Cut flowers. Yeah, flowers. Cut flowers. That's their 3rd export. Those are their 3 main exports. Oil, coffee, cut flowers. In that order. And from what I understand, they send a shit ton of cut flowers up here. Now, Colombia is not our biggest importer. In other words, what we buy from Colombia, they're not our biggest supplier of any of it. Like people saying, oh, you coffee drinkers. Look, there's a shit ton of other places that we get coffee in from. even from our own soil. But do you know what country is Colombia's biggest export customer? They're not ours. They don't give us anything that they provide the lion's share of whatever it is they're providing. But you want to guess who their biggest customer is? The United States. And they get a shit ton of products from the United States. It's like you pissant. You've got no leverage. But that's what I'm talking about. Every little teeny country out there thinks that they're big shit because they've had Democrats in the White House. So they're going to do and say anything they want to say. Canada was trying that shit too. It didn't last very long. Our brothers up north. The only reason they're safe is because the United States protects them. They don't have a military, not to speak of. We're their security. It would behoove them to play nice. To play nice. It would behoove the world to play nice. Because the superpower that rolled over and let everybody kick us in the nuts is now not going to take it anymore. It's just the way it is. We released a bunch of weapons to Israel that Biden held back for political reasons. You fucker. Tonight's coffee is toasted southern pecan from Cameron's. Toasted southern pecan. Yeah, we don't have too many people following the show tonight. Quiet group. Quiet group. What else was I going to say? New York trying to pass. They tried it in 2023, I think it was 2023. Yeah. To require to get a 3D printing machine, you needed a criminal background check to include fingerprints because a 3D printer could make firearms and firearm parts. Well, Home Depot can get you that shit too. Gus says the next 4 years are going to be very interesting, to say the least. It is. It is. And I got to say, JD is doing a great job. Doing a great job. He should be interviewed more often by the media. He's shutting them down and not falling for their shenanigans. Can we throw the UN out of New York City? Can we? We can. I'd like to. I haven't brought that up. I've been screaming about that for years. Get the fucking UN off U.S. soil. And in fact, not only get UN out of U.S. soil, get the United States out of the UN. I think the only reason why we're in it is because we have such veto power. I think that's the only reason we're still in it. So when they try to do stupid shit, like they try to pull shit on Israel all the time, and the U.S. just goes, no. So that's about the only reason I can see for us to stay in it, is the veto power. But the UN, it doesn't need to be there. The WHO does not need to be there. The UN does not need to be there. I would argue, because of the way the world is, NATO's on shaky ground too, because of the stupid games being played. Shaky ground. But you will keep that. That's fine. UN, no need for it. WHO. Send them to Switzerland. Switzerland's always been a shitbox anyway. Oh, we're neutral. Yeah, you were neutral and you took Norsy money. You were neutral. The only thing to keep Switzerland neutral is their topography. It's just, it would be a really hard country to. It's civilized Afghanistan. It's sort of. It's rung with mountains and stuff like that, and that's their biggest defense. Should Google their military and look what kind of weapons they have and their forces and stuff. And like, wow, well, they've got a good defendable area there. Hey, Bike and Bourbon. Said, howdy, folks. Cheers. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Hey, Orion. He says, everyone is armed. Yeah, everyone is armed, and their tanks are different than most people's tanks, and they just, it's just weird. Just weird. It is weird. But topography and culture keeps them the way they are. And they're pretty homogeneous. I think they ran into some problems because they were letting in too many of the Islamists. That's what happened with a lot of, Netherlands did that too. A lot of those Scandinavian countries, boy, they're learning the hard way. Learning the hard way. I posted They have skis. Turner says, yeah, they got skis. I had posted up an article that I wrote some years ago, which is still apt, about, I said, this is not about race, and it's me dealing with the Islam problem. Jacqueline says, I'm praying for blessings for you and your home expenses, your family, and what you need now. Thank you. It's much appreciated. I was talking to Mrs. I said, it's nice when somebody goes, yeah, here you go. Here's a bunch. It's like, I don't need a bunch now. Doesn't take care of my problem. What takes care of my problem is a bunch of people giving just a little bit each month. That's it. A bunch of people giving a little bit each month. Somebody sent me a donation for 15 today, and thank you very much. But that 15 would have been, in the long run, if it was $5 a month, and just do a $5 a month, helps out, along with a few hundred other people. I mean, it all adds up. I got 11,200 and change that are following me on Facebook. If a third of that just bought me a cup of coffee each month, I'd be set. I'm not looking to get rich. I'm looking to keep my house. And as it is right now, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. Those who join the show now, if you go back and listen to the beginning of it, I'm not going to get into it too much. My finances just ain't working anymore. I've been doing this basically for free for about a decade, and only recently am I making about $100 a month. Well, my mortgage payment alone went up $400 a month. $400 over what it was last year, which was more than it was the year before, which was more than it was the year before. So if within the next week or so I don't get in the needed monthly donations, again, I can't go by, unless I get in thousands and thousands of dollars in the next week, which isn't likely to happen. It doesn't help. I could get in, like, let's say if I got 1,000 in a week, it doesn't help my problem, because it's $400 a month. Just that bill. All my other bills went up too. I got property taxes in another state, and I got, all my bills went up. Electricity's everything's going up. And I'm not saying that because woe is me, but I've been doing this shit for free. Those of you who follow me, you know how much work I put into it. A lot of time, a lot of work. So if I don't get in, so I can get hell, even $500 or $600 in donations. That's $500 or $600 each month in donations that I can count on. I can probably squeak through. But if I can't do it. I got to go wash dishes. I got to do something. Because it ain't working. It ain't working. So you listeners out there, if you think you can help out, there's a link in the description. If you're tight, don't worry about it. I'd rather go wash dishes. I don't want to put you in any financial binds. But I figure most folks can afford $5 a month. $5. There's a link in the description. Every little bit is appreciated. And like I posted on Facebook, if I don't get in the amount of monthly donations that I can count on for each month, if I don't get that in, I'm just going to shut it down, and I'm going to cancel all of the payments except for the first one made. I'm going to keep that. So if it's $5 a month, and we don't get in enough for me to keep going, I go in and I just terminate the monthly payments. So you're not out anything else. So there's no real risk. there's no real risk. I can't, I'm not out there to fuck people. Just trying to keep my house and hopefully be able to keep putting out content. Again, I'm not aiming to get rich. I just can't lose what I have. And we've been working off savings and other finances all this time. We made it a good long run. Good long run. Got the new studio, got the new equipment, got all like yay. Even paid another year for the Zoom business meeting. That's another $280. That's $280 for another year. May or may not be able to use it. Even if I shut down, I still might come and do a show for you folks so we can get together. We can get together and yak. Say, hey, did you burn your hands? Yeah, that water's hot. That water was hot. Yeah, I got to cut because I dropped a plate. We'll see. No, I won't just apply for dishwashing. I've got a list of everything from janitor to dishwasher to middle management and even regular management some places. You know, not assistant, but manager. So we'll see. I've been out of the job market for a good bit while, though. I've been out of the job market a while. So we'll see. I'll take anything. I don't care. As long as I can make 500 or more a week or a month. But, you know, even a regular job, you know, part-time, I should be able to swing that. We'll see. We'll see. I can keep the roof over my head. Keep paying for heat and oil. But, yeah, we lost all the people. I start talking about this shit and everybody dropped off. Like, I'm not going to hear this. It's the last time I'm going to mention it in the show. It's the last time. I'll up my post again on Facebook tomorrow. I'll do it daily. So, because Facebook isn't even allowing people to see it. There's only been, let me see how many people have seen that fucking post today. Yeah, keep in mind, I got 11,200 and change followers. That post today that I posted this morning, it's reached 329 people. 329. 92% of that are followers, 8% are non-followers. 329. And I got two donations. Out of 329 people seeing that, I got two donations. 2. Oh, God. Oh. I said before I could make more money busking, take my guitar or dulcimer out to Concord and sit on a corner and just play and make more money than I fucking make here. Working how many damn hours a day? Jesus. Fielding questions from folks, keeping the place clean, writing articles, putting out content. Lord Almighty. I can't risk it now. I can't risk it now. I can't risk busking now. Can't do it. Just roll the dice. If all the bills are paid, you go, okay, then you can risk it, but I can't risk it now. Tonight's coffee, toasted southern pecan. Had one feller said he donated me to me today, and I'm like, today? Thank you, Jacqueline. Jacqueline joined I will accept that. Looks like a monthly. Jacqueline set up a monthly. Like I said, if if I don't get in enough, I'm just gonna cancel it. But another feller said, "Yeah, I sent you a payment." Like, you did today? Because I get notification damn near instantly when somebody sends me a donation. Wayne said, "Lord Almighty, that's what I said when I got the news that I'm lucky my house hasn't burned down. It's going to take $6,200 to bring the electrical up to code." Yeah. Like, oh, yeah. Oh, fucking insurance is crazy. Jacqueline says, "I wasn't online much today as usual, but I'll get to your page and view everything and like everything I can." Thank you. I can't. I wish it was. I wish Facebook would allow my shit to get out there, because when my shit's seen, I could do okay. My best month was, I think my best month was 500, and that was an odd. I had two posts go viral. All the rest of the month, it's just over $100 a month. I wish I could count on Facebook to augment. Yeah, if I was getting $500-$600 a month constantly on Facebook, yeah, I'd just go through. Because like I said, I just give the missus, put that into the... I put everything in anyways. Put it in the kitty. And that's fine. Hope nothing breaks. Oh, my goodness. You know, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Yeah, so you're going to drop that in there, Wayne? You're going to drop that 6,200? That's like me doing the damn, like me dropping the money for the water lines, for the pipes in my other house, and then had to shut it down because it didn't sell. So it's like, damn, I hope I drained enough of the water out. I tried. I even blew water out the lines because I can't afford to replace all the damn pipes again. It ain't one thing, it's another. I swear to God. But the good thing, Wayne, though, is I hope you can swing it. But just because you're not up to code doesn't mean your house is going to burn down, though. we've had some pretty screwed up, not to code electrical shit for a long time in places. You just hope, you don't, a mouse doesn't get to it or doesn't fray. Wayne says he has to. There's no easy fix. Have to replace the breaker box. Yeah, move the breaker box and supply line to the meter. Oh, yeah, that sucks. That sucks. That seems like that's most of the 62 right there. How's the wiring in your house? The actual wiring of the house, not the junction and all that other stuff. Is it pretty decent? Yeah, it must be because it should cost you between $5 and $10 if you had to rewire the whole house, small house. Yeah, the actual wiring is okay, fantastic. Yeah, good. It's like you don't want to deal with that other shit. Yeah. No, good. Good to hear that. Yeah, this place, I've been living here for what? Lord, I've almost been here 10 years. Here. And it was fine when we bought the place. Wasn't the best. I said, yeah, you could do with some updates, but everything passed. So it's like, good enough. The house is on a 100 amp main. They're going to put in a 150 amp main. Not 200 amp. 150 is better anyway, better than 1. One's kind of cutting it for modern day stuff. Kind of cutting it thin. Kind of cutting it thin. Of course, that's probably about what I'm running. I blow fuses all the time. Well, not all the time. The kitchen's bad. I can only run certain things. I'll just blow them fuses. You learn what you need to do. So what the missus tends to do, she'll take the crock pot and she'll put it in her office. So we got to do some. Okay, you can't use the microwave and the toaster at the same time. You can use the toaster in the coffee pot, and you can use the toaster in the microwave. No, you can't use the toaster in the microwave. You can use the coffee pot in the microwave. Coffee pot and microwave, coffee pot and toaster, not toaster and microwave. You can't use those and crock pot or fryer on the counter. Yeah. Wayne says he gets a lot of surging in his lights when the washing machine runs. Yeah, you're pulling some juice there. You're pulling some juice. You need more power. More power. Now you can get that out of loan? Or do you get that set aside? I'm sure if I applied for $6,200, I could probably get the loan. I can't afford to pay it. I only get it. We're tapped out. It is what it is. Says that here I thought the more cowbell would suffice. Yeah, no, I get it. You go with it as long as you can. It's like you go, I'm not going to dig. If things working, I can deal with a little flicker. Who's the band that plays that song that they play? They have to check people, because after Saturday Night Live did that skit, that people would show up to their concert and they just bring their cowbells, and it fuck up the band every damn time they tried to play the song. So they're like, nah, leave that shit at home. We can't do that. What's the band? What is the band? It's the Reaper. Don't fear the Reaper. Blue Oyster Cult sang that. Don't fear the Reaper. That's funny too, because that's the song that you saw the Halloween little short that I did. My daughter was out front with my side. She was like Miss Death. She wasn't actually dancing to that song. But I'm like, go ahead and dance. So she did the dance. And I'm like, okay, now I got to find a song to go with it. and oh, there it goes. Don't fear the Reaper. Yeah, it's a cute little reel. But yeah, Blue Oyster Cult, they had to tell people, stop bringing your damn cowbells. Wayne said this was a courtesy inspection. I got lucky, though. The full price was a little over $9. Ouch. Dude got it down to $62. I was able to pay $22 up front and finance the rest. Good. Yeah, if you can get your monthly payments down reasonable, it's a good upgrade. They split my circuits when My furnace went out some years ago, and it had an off boiler hot water. So of course, when the furnace went out, I got no hot water. So I went damn near a year without official hot water. I did it different ways. Still thinking about maybe doing a GoFundMe. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. If you do, let me know and I'll slap it up for you. I would normally help contribute. You know how that goes. Like, oh, Jesus. Yeah. What a world. Well, bless you. I got another donation in automatic payment, $25 per month. Thank you there, Mr. Box. Mr. Box. I mean, you stop and think, you know. Just a handful of people. Just a handful. He says, I think I'm good. I took a 5-year plan. It will end up like 82 a month. No, that's good. I'm glad you can swing it. I'm glad you can swing it. Let me see here. Hold on here. Yeah, I wasn't expecting 25 a month. I mean, that's fine. It only takes a few of those. Well, that's 4 is 100, right? 4 people doing 25. It's just 4. So $20 people, and that's all I need. Of course, if it's only $5 a month, it 'Wayne says, not wanting a pity party. Just lately, everything's to be going bad. Yeah, I get it. Paid $4,250 a few months ago to have my main drain access replaced, and the drain flailed and hydrojetted. No, I get it. No, I get it. I get it. I've been dealing with the property in Vermont, so I every year I've been dropping ducats and serious ducats to fix this or fix that, and and I still can't get the place sold. And I'm not even using it. Not even using it. It's always one thing after another. We just hope the car stays good. Nothing goes wrong with the car. We need wheels. Not just, well, we're in a day and age where we could just order everything and have it delivered. But if I need to go get a job washing dishes, then I need a car. I need a car. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I told folks I'm not hungry, and my bills are paid, and the house is warm, so I'm good to go. And then wham today, wham! Oh, not looking to get rich, just aiming to keep my house. But again, bless you, Mr. Box. Mr. Box. Checking my comments here. Edward C. Hardesty, Hardesty. Edward C. Hardesty says the worst person in our country, Chuck Schumer. Nope. Nope. He's bad. He ain't the worst person in our country. That's saying something. I wish Chuck Schumer was the worst person in our country. Boy, I really do. I wish that was just as worst as it gets. As worst as it gets. Gus says, sorry, my youngest FaceTimed me. She was trying to get her school crap set up. Trying to get her financial aid set up. Yeah. No, that's okay. There's that situation where, what was it, Tombstone or something like that? And he goes, why, Johnny? Are you still here? I forgot all about you. Or whatever the hell the guy's name was. You know, the guy from the Faro dealer. When Doc Holliday was out talking with Wyatt Earp. Yeah, I'm sorry, Johnny. I forgot you were there. You may go now. Gus says, you will not forget me. No, well, I mean, a lot of times you don't say much anyway, so I didn't even know that you had left. Oh, goodness. And the girls ain't laying yet. Damn them. Damn them. I spent a little bit of time with them the other morning. It was warm out. It was warm out. It was like 20-something degrees. No wind. It's like, oh, this is nice. Go out and let them out. I let up their door in their coop. And they kind of look out. It was out when I was shoveling. I could hear them in there talking. The gals were in there cackling. I'm like, I'll get to you. Let me finish. Let me finish shoveling. And I did this last storm. I didn't fire up the machine once. It was all with the shovel. Didn't do a scoop and didn't do my little, I got a push plow. Didn't do that. All by shovel. All by shovel. And people listening are like, yeah, so no, people don't. I screwed up my back and my leg a couple months ago, and I haven't been able to do much anything. I'm doing much better now. I'm doing much better now. It actually did good. I like getting out there, and I moved around. It was good. It was good. It did me some good. Try giving the cayenne pepper. That may help. Yeah, it may. It may. We got in another big batch of soldier fly larvae to help their protein intake again. So, because what they did is everybody's chickens were they had a really long molt this winter. Really long molt. And chickens don't lay when they're molting. And everybody we talked to, same thing. Their gals ain't laying. They just had a rough molting time this winter. All over the country. It wasn't just us. Excuse me. So, yeah. They should be about done now. Should be about done. But yeah, they were looking back to the gals. I was like, man, I should have pulled my phone out. But I didn't have it. It was inside the house. Like, watch them, because I lifted up the door and they're just looking out. I'm like, hey, what you doing? I'm like, yeah, I'm here. You can come on out. And just looking at me. And then one after another, they hop on out and they come and talk to me. And it's like, well, you're almost out. Oh, here's a straggler. And she comes out. Goofy gals. They were all happy. It's like, oh, it's good. It's like, no, I don't have the fresh water for you. The missus, she brings that out. She feeds them and waters them. I did everything else, and I help clean up when I have to, but they're her gals. I put it all up. I got everything done so that she could have her gals. She wanted them for a good long time. So she got them. What the hell? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Did you play in the snow today? He asked. We picked up another inch about an hour ago. Stop it. We didn't have it today. We got no more snow today. I'll have to check. You know us. We're in a weird weather pattern anyways. No, we just had the snow from the other evening. I didn't play with the snow today. Not that I would have minded. It was good snow. Like I said, get out there moving. I think it did me a lot of good. You know, the whole bend down, swivel, move the hips, step. You know how it is, shoveling. I think it helped out. But yeah, no snow today. No, spent it all putting out content and getting potential jobs lined up. Laurel said we had 65 or 56 today. Heat wave going to get blah, 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 blah. It's not what she said. We had 56 degrees today. Heat wave. Going to be getting rain. Tons of mud. Yeah, we were in the 30s today. We were doing good. The other day, the snow day, it was like 20, but the sun was out after the snow. It was like, oh, this is so nice. No wind. I'll take 20s and no wind and sun. When you're out in this, it's like, oh, this is nice. This is nice. I'll take 20s, no wind and sunny. Over 32 and windy, that gets cold. Laurel says her snow piles have finally melted. Yeah, we don't. We still got snow piles. Not a lot. Hey, I did shovel. Got a path going out from the front of the house. And then our porch goes along the front of the house. But I don't usually keep a path from the side of the porch to the road. But the delivery people are damn retards. It's like there's a path in the front of the house. Park out on the front of the street and walk up and deliver. No, they got a tromp to the side. And not only did one tromp to the side and walked up the porch, one ran out in front of the porch. So it's like, so I had these footsteps, and I hate that. I'm anal about that. It's like, leave the snow alone. No, I like it. Just nice. But no, now I got these look like Bigfoot strides out there from them delivering. It's like, you guys are just, you got no common sense. No common sense. Stop it. Yeah, one of the jobs I got in Q is it's one of those Amazon companies. Amazon doesn't deliver much of their own stuff anymore. It's all third party. They're looking for another manager, not driver. I mean, they're all looking for drivers, but they're looking for a manager. They said preferably, because the one that owns this company, they're veterans. They said preferably, preferably a veteran. So it's in my list. I'd rather not. I'd rather be able to keep doing this for you folks. Oh, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Got another message in. Let's see what we got here. John Edwards. He messaged me earlier today talking about some other stuff. And he'll be up in the Concord area come middle of the year. He's going to a comic book convention they're having down at the Everett Arena down there in Concord. He showed me some of his comics that he has. Old Superman stuff. Gus says we got about 3 or 4 inches overnight. Had to blow snow. The kids even had a 2-hour delay. 2-hour delay with 3 or 4 inches? They just get lazy this year? That's a delay. Oh, come on now. I could do without a delay. Laurel says they will do a delay or cancel schools here if it's cold or snowing. Yeah, I remember, and we were living in Manchester. We were living up on the hill. I've said this before. Manchester's, shit rolls downhill. Yeah, that's the way it is. You don't want to be at the bottom of the hill. Manchester's got hills on both sides. You got the river going down through the center, and you got east and west Manchester, and they both have hills on the sides. Now, we lived in East Manchester, up on the hill. You go even one block down, it gets shittier, and another block, you get shittier. We were, renting a duplex. And I'd walk my youngest to school every day. So we'd get up and we'd go. And then when she got out of school, I'd be there waiting for her, and we'd walk back. So I get in two good walks a day. She did too, but I get double the distance. She only walks there once and walks there back. Well, one day, man, they hardly ever canceled school there in Manchester. Hardly ever. And it was some cold and windy. And you know me, I'm about I'm about responsibility. And if they didn't cancel school, she's going to school. If they cancel school, that's fine. She can stay home. If they cancel school, she's going to school. So bundled her up, and I got on my winters. And off we go. We got about a half a block. These are city blocks. Manchester, big city, big blocks. Big blocks. We got about half a block. And it was something cold. The wind was whipping. And she's crying. Like, you're going to school. Try to get a good work ethic. So she got her backpack. Because she's going to school. And I pick her up, and she's hanging on me like a monkey. Her legs are around my waist, and her arms are around my neck, and my arms are around her back, just above her bum, with the backpack resting over my arms. And I walked her all the way to school, carried her to school. That was a long walk. It was cold. She did not want to go to school, so I carried her. And she went to school. She survived. And then come time for school to be done, I was waiting for her again, and we walked home. I didn't have to carry her then. We walked home. Kids would give her some shit. She hated Manchester. Kids would give her shit. You walk with your dad every day. And she's like, it's not, how did she say it? It's not her fault that their parents didn't love her as much as I loved her. Something like that. It was cute. Because their parents didn't walk them to school. And I did. And she didn't mind that. She was never ashamed of me. Not like some kids are like, oh no, your parents are no. She was never ashamed. She didn't care if somebody saw me kissing her or holding her hand or something like that, or walking from school. She didn't give a shit. That's our time. It's we can talk time. It's dad and daughter time. Like I say, she still comes over. So. Gus says, here at Merrimack Valley District, some kids ride the bus over an hour one way. So I understand why. Pussies. No, I get it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, Merrimack Valley, that's got a big district. It's one of those schools that just pulls people in from everywhere. Everywhere. Merrimack Valley. God, I'm trying to think. What the hell was their mascot? Was it Warrior or Merrimack Valley? What the hell is it? Isn't it like it's a dude with a spear, wasn't it? Merrimack Valley. What's their mascot? What do I got here? Oh, it's a lion? It's a lion? Oh, yeah, Merrimack Valley Pride. That's stupid. It's a lion. Yeah, it's the Pride. Merrimack Valley Pride. No, it was another school district that had the Spartans. But yeah, it wasn't Indian. Now it's a lion. Yeah. Yeah, it's the Merrimack Valley Pride. Lion. Leo the Lion. Victor E. Lion. Victory. Get it? Victor E. Lion. Cute. Victor E. Lion. Victory Lion. Merrimack Pride. But yeah. Oh, we're doing. Made it longer than I thought I would on tonight's show. Made it longer than I thought it would. Woulda, could you, would you, did you, did you? Goodness gracious. Newsflash. There's a man was arrested on Capitol Hill. Said he wanted to kill Trump cabinet officials, House Speaker. Says police. Because it's the dangerous people are the MAGA people, right? Other people. I had somebody quiz me then, and I swear to God, she thought it was her personal interview with me. It's like, I ain't got time. If you're another well-known figure out there, and you want to do an interview with me, you let me know and we'll find the time. If you're a news outlet and you want to have an interview with me, but if you're just a random person, I can't. Look, everything about me that you need to know is on my Facebook page. Gus says, I was so pissed when they changed it. They did what? They didn't want to offend the Indians. Yeah, fuck them. But, yeah. It gets, who'd you vote for? It's like everybody knows who I vote. I posted on my page, I voted for Donald Trump. That's who I voted for. I'm not MAGA. It's like everybody goes, no, John's not MAGA. He's an independent. A lot of people, they make the confusion. It's like, yeah, you watch. I'm going to be calling balls and strikes. That's what hopefully I'll be calling balls and strikes. Maybe not. I may be loading up a dishwasher someplace. Who knows? But if I'm still doing this, I call them balls and strikes. It's just what it is. I did the same thing with GW, and I voted for him too. He didn't do everything I liked. Yeah. Welcome to the club. Ain't none of them do everything right. I think he was the right person given the choices and the time and everything. He was the right person. Trump is the right person given the choices and the time. I'm a pragmatist. Is what it is. Is what it is. What else we got here? Any other exciting news? Exciting news. I'm trying to figure it out here. Sorry, I'm not at the top of my game. just not. I am not. Oh, Miley had his security detail terminated and his security clearance terminated. Now he's under investigation by the Pentagon for see what other mischievous misconduct that he had. They may be able to demote him, even though he's retired. They might be able to demote him, and then he'll. Yeah, that's what Laurel said. He may lose his rank. And what that does is that'll put an asterisk, but what it also, yeah, it's not going to affect his payment. Like, it's going to affect his retirement. It won't, because you get paid at the highest rank obtained and held. Highest rank obtained and held. So they can demote him now, but I don't think that's going to affect his retirement. Wish it would. Excuse me, but I don't think it's going to. They can't charge him on anything. People are like, everybody thinks they know what the president's pardon power to do. It's like, I went and I read the actual pardon for him, and it pardons him for even military crimes. It's written in it, and the president can do that. So yeah, Biden covered all bases with that. So they can't try him for it, but they can demote him. Because that's administration. That's an administrative action. A demotion. A demotion and a promotion is an administrative action. It's not a criminal action. It's not a criminal charge or act. So they can demote him. But I don't think it's going to affect his pay. Hey, Judy. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Hope you're doing fine. Hope you're doing fine. So, yeah, we'll see about that. Heat and oil delivered. Holy shit. Yeah, that's the post that Wayne posted on about his electric things. Yeah, it was like over $800, over $800 for this last fill up. It's like, holy crap. I was expecting maybe 6, maybe 6, over $800. Wow. Pray for warmer weather. It's budgeted, but it ain't limitless budget. Wow. So we're warm. How you doing, Miss Judy? How you doing? Oh, and Facebook just shoving shit. Man, Native American this, Native American that, Native American this, Native American that. And then one page after another selling that stupid t-shirt. You know, that I may not look like it, but I'm an idiot. It's like, stop it. Before that, I've had this for 2 months straight, and I don't interact with any of them. I block them or I hide all when those show up. And I get probably 30 a day. Judy says, okay, I reckon. Hate to tell you, we're going to have a 70s this weekend. Stop it. No, enjoy it. Enjoy it. There's so much shit going on. Hey, I wish any bit of good shit that comes people's way, bless you. I say bless you, and Gus says eat crap. we went in two different directions on that one. I say bless you, and Gus says eat crap. I can't be mean-spirited. I just can't. Any bit of good that's coming somebody's way for anything, I just can't. I can't do it. I can't. Oh, Laurel says, I've been getting so many pages showing up. I get at least 30 a day. It drives me nuts. I block every one of them. Are they the same pages I'm getting, the Native American shit? Judy says, I need some good right about now. Yes, you do. So I won't tell you the bad news. You're going to have to watch from the beginning of the show, or maybe you've seen it on my page. But that was a saying. Oh, were they the Native American ones? Before that, it was all black this, black that, black that. Blacks created everything. Pharaohs were black. The Chinese were black. Genghis Khan was black. The samurais were black. Native Americans were black. Everything was freaking black. Laurel says a bunch of different pages about everything. I'm not. Yeah, it's like, man, you're not even in the ballpark. You're not even in the ballpark. Stop pushing shit. It's, again, if you interact with a bunch of shit that you don't like and you get more of it, it's on you because you interacted with it. If all you do is block and hide all from, the algorithms should go, okay, let's not put this in their page, in their feeds. But no. Nope. Laura says you'd think, except for the fact that they like to push this shit, propaganda. whatever message they want to do. It was LGBTQ shit before it was the African shit, and then it's the Native American stuff. And look, I got no problem with Native American stuff. I think it's a fascinating history. The problem is none of these pages actually promote the real history because it ain't nice. But you know what? Asian history is the same way. African history to this day is exactly the same way. European history was the same damn way when it was all clans and shit. A lot of war, a lot of bad things happened. Yeah. Everybody seems to think before white man came on this continent, they were basically peace-loving wood fairies. They lived in harmony with nature. They fucking did not. They only took what they needed. They fucking did not. They lived in peace and tranquility with both nature and their fellow man. They did not. Hasn't been that way anywhere in the world. You think it's going to be different on this continent? They were living Stone Age barbarism. Oh, but they're so wise. No, they were not. They had no more wisdom than any other Stone Age clan around the world had. And their practices were, hell, the Cheyenne would come in. The Cheyenne would come in and they would make war, and if you were a child, they'd kill you. If you were a man, they'd kill you. If you were a young girl or a young woman that could contribute to the tribe, they absorbed you into the tribe. And they weren't the only ones that did that. It was a common practice. So when they went raiding, they'd take what resources, food, horses. Again, kill the guys, kill the babies. If you were close to breeding age and you could contribute to the tribe and a female, they would absorb you into the tribe. And they did that. They did that with white people too. They saw no distinction. They that's their way. But they weren't the only ones that did that. And like I said, I pointed this out before. All these great tribes that everybody goes boo-hoo about now, they were the last holdouts. Until that time, every other tribe hated their guts. Why? Because they were ruthless and barbarous. Everybody hated them because they weren't nice. Oh, but no, look at it, kumbaya, we're all the same. What? Because the white men had better strategies and better technology? Yeah, we weren't living in the Stone Age. So too, the tomahawk, they had stone axes and clubs until the white man came. These metal knives and hatchets and stuff, tomahawks, that was French trader shit. And it was usually about the lowest quality stuff they had. Is what it is. They hadn't even invented the wheel. In the Americas, they had not even invented the wheel. Again, this isn't talking shit or trying to talk down. This is talking fact. This is just the way they were. Had not even invented the wheel. The Cheyenne, without the horses, would have been wiped out. They got their asses kicked. And they were the redheaded stepchild until they mastered the horses that came up from southern portions of the continent because they were brought over by the Spaniards. They learned to ride. And that gave them the advantage. They were the Plains horsemen. Yes. Then that was their technology. It allowed them to then dominate the other tribes. Yeah. It's the history of mankind. It's just a different continent. Crazy. And it's like, all these people that talk about, Native American this, and shit like that. They don't give a shit about the Spanish. Oh, those Mexicans that you like in Mexico, you think they're half freaking Spanish. They speak Spanish. Spain dominated damn near the whole world. They don't have a problem with that. It's just the lighter skinned Europeans that they have a problem with. It's like, so don't tell me about conquest and expansion and shit like that. You don't care about that. You just don't like white Europeans. That's all it is. That's your bigotry. You didn't care. You're flapping your gums with a Hispanic accent. You think that came by the hell? Hello? You think that the freaking natives of South, Central, and North America spoke fucking Spanish? You think that's what their language is? Yeah, Brazil. Yeah, they just spoke Spanish. The Aztecs, yeah, they spoke with a Spanish accent because, not white European. Crazy. We should have built the wall. Okay, but you didn't. That doesn't mean that we don't build it and we don't protect our borders, because you know what? You fuckers were in constant warfare with your borders in flux. So don't talk to me about borders and protecting yours. You just got your asses kicked. That's okay. White Europeans had gotten their asses kicked throughout all history. White Europeans are only the dominant people on this planet for like this much time. Just recently. Hell, before that it was the Romans. And no, I don't consider them like Europeans. They're not. They're Middle Eastern, but they're white Middle Eastern. And then you had Genghis Khan. He freaking all over Asia and then to the borders of Europe. Gus says history is so interesting, but true history needs to be told and taught. Right. And then all these memes. Oh, gee, don't you wish they taught this in school? Everything that they put out there, like these were all the tribes. When I was in school, we knew that shit. We knew the major tribes and where they were in the continent. It wasn't unknown to us. And there's another thing is like, oh, in Germany, they still teach about the Holocaust and the things that the Germans did. Shouldn't Americans? It's like, I don't know a single American that doesn't know about slavery, that doesn't know about the Civil War, that doesn't know about the American Revolution. They may not know all the details, but it's not like we've whitewashed it and pretended the shit didn't happen. We have a lot of history in a couple hundred years. Most people don't know about the Whiskey Rebellion. We've had other stuff. But the big stuff, we know about slavery. But then what they're not teaching them is that there was more slaves. There was vastly more slaves sold in Africa and the Middle East during the Atlantic slave period than was sent to the United States. Laurel says we learned all history. European, Chinese dynasties, yeah. You learned about the Mongols. You learned about why China is called China. You learned about Japan and the feudal states periods, and yeah. We learned about a bunch of stuff. Another fact I think is, yeah, in England, the language for royalty was French. Because English is a fairly new language, and it's made up of a lot of different languages together. A lot of different tribal things, and German and French and Spanish and Celtic words. That's why our English is just screwed up. You go, why? This doesn't make any sense. And so yeah, the nobles back in the day, they all spoke French. Gus says when we went to school, they taught history. That's how it was taught. That's how it is taught today. Oh, that's not how it's taught today. Yeah, back started in the 70s and then started to roll even further into the 80s, where they started changing the emphasis on things, and it became about narrative and not just history. I don't teach narratives, teach history. Teach history. Scalping is known to be an Indian thing, but that's not really what it was. Scalping originated from the white man because they'd get paid, and then the Indians saw that and they just spread it. Then they offered up the scalps. But the warfare amongst the tribes was absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. Kids in schools today can't even find the state they live on a map. I don't know. I don't know. I always made sure my kids could. I know a good many of them can't read a clock face, and they can't read cursive. I'm trying to think here. Yeah, this is my notes. My notes for the show is a mix between, I've got a weird writing style. It's a mix between cursive and, is it manuscript? Cursive and manuscript? Is that what they call the manuscript? Is that just the block text? And that's when I'm just doing notes really quick. It's a mix. It depends upon what I'm writing. Now, cursive, man, I got some pretty cursive. Gus says, I used to argue with my kids' teachers. I used to prove what I said was true. A lot of kids today can't read cursive. Yeah. Laurel says, I'm going to make sure my grandson learns how to write and read cursive. Yeah, it's like, that's a fucking signature. If they can't write their name in cursive, how can they have a signature? I mean, you can tell sort of when they're doing manuscript, but that's fine. But cursive that's a signature. That's a signature. It's a faster way to write, and it's in calligraphy lifts up. Cursive keeps the pen down, so if you got a quill, keeps the pen down, so you can write a lot faster and a lot smoother. It's really good. Cursive is awesome. But they know Arabic numbers. Most of them can't. They can't. Read the Constitution, not the printed version. Yeah, the written version. That's pretty good. Yeah, most kids don't know Roman numerals. They can read Arabic numbers. They don't know like I, V, or V, or X, or C, or M. I. Roman numerals. Closest they have is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 crosses across. It's like, that's not Roman numerals. I, cross. There's 5. No. V, that's 5. There you go. Yeah, times have changed. Times have changed. Remember the first time they came out with watches with calculators on them? That was so cool. Casio was leading a lot of that stuff. Nowadays, you gotta damn, your cell phone is freaking everything. It's got everything. Judy says, I met a girl recently that couldn't count money. She was 20 years old. It blew my mind. Yeah, that's terrible. I've watched them try to give change, and it tells them, a lot of times it'll tell them what to give them. It's like, no, just count backwards. Count backwards. Give the correct change back. Yeah. Crazy. Crazy stuff. Yep. What they focus on. They teach them how to balance a checkbook. Teach them how to understand basic tax code. Basic. At least the principles behind it. General civic stuff. No, a boy can be a girl and a girl can be a boy, and it's like, nah, no. And freaking whites are the devil. Judy says, she said they didn't teach her that in school. Crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. We learned that shit and they start in first grade? First or second grade? They get, was it first or second grade where they get into money? I think at first. In kindergarten, you learn your alphabets and your basic stuff. Yeah, it was grade school. I think it was first grade they started, and they give you the plastic coins that sort of look like real coins, but they were bigger, and they were made out of plastic. And then you had the dollar bills and stuff. Yeah, we learned all that stuff. Yeah, so they're bigger. So like it looked like, but it was too big. The quarters were way too big. The dimes were way too big. The pennies were way too big, and they were plastic, and they sort of mimicked the colors. Laurel said Mason is learning about money, and he's in kindergarten. I learned money in first. Yeah, I think it was first grade when I learned money. Gus says, we had a math class called Math for Everyday Living. It taught you everything how to live. It taught you everything how to live. You drunk? Or did I read that wrong? It taught you everything how to live. Gus. Gus is going to go, John, eat shit. Life math. Life math is different than math. Laurel said his brain and fingers are out of sync, right? Gus says, I ain't calling in, nope. No, you only got about 5 more minutes. Who do you think you are, Jacqueline? Jacqueline's like, yeah, I'm gonna try to figure this Zoom shit out 10 minutes before we're done with the show. Okay, hope you're good at it. Nah, she did fine. She did fine. I don't know where Wayne went. Wayne got quiet. Wayne's like, no, I'm going to wait until about 2 minutes after the show, and then I'm going to start yapping again. Yes, folks, we know the regulars around here. We know the regulars. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised. There's enough people out there right now. I wouldn't be surprised. Wayne says he's here. I wouldn't be surprised if Donna is in the weeds. Just she's hiding in the bushes. She's peeking out. She's using semaphores with guys. Dealing with mama? It's okay. Laurel says she usually is. Yeah. Yep. It's fine. It is fine. I don't know where Bikin' Bourbon went. Bikin' Bourbon. He just popped in and popped out. I think he popped out as soon as I started bitching earlier. He's like, I don't want to hear your sorrows. Oh wow! It looked like the light was flickering. Do you see that? Is the light flickering back over there? Gus says we need some Donna bait to hook her. Yeah, something like that. It's got to be just the right topic. You know, like a truck. She got a truck, right? She got a new truck this last year. And I've got toasted southern pecan coffee. See if it was fruity, that'd get her going. If I go, oh, yeah, it is a chocolate covered strawberry from Dunkin' Donuts. It's blueberry cobbler from New England brand. Judy said she didn't drive it. Yeah, not much. Not much. Not much. Probably sitting in the garage or sitting in the driveway. She's looking out at the window at it and going, oh, isn't that pretty? It's pretty. Donna's like, stop it. Stop messing with me. It's okay. I am entitled. I am entitled. Wayne said Dad was a signalman in World War II Navy. He said they used to call them skivvy waivers. Skivvy waivers. Yeah, it's about the size of skivvies. Skivvy waivers. They came in different colors, and then they did strange things with them. Skivvy waivers. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Semaphores. Semaphores. And you had the lights and the blinkies. Blink, 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 blink. Okay, that was my World War II, but they still use that, I believe, on boats. Still, they still use those. It's a big lamp, and it's got slats on it, like for your windows, and yeah, and they do the Morse code. They blink, 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 blink. That's on the radio, and with the lights, they blink and they go blink, 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 blink. Gus says, "Oh no." Oh goodness gracious. Are you not entertained? Don't give John a sword, he'll throw it at the camera. Are you not entertained? Wayne says, I learned semaphore and Morse code in the Boy Scouts. Forgotten all that. Yeah, I'd learned a little bit of it. I learned Latin. I learned a bit of Latin when I was in school. Not in a course, but because me and my friends used to like to talk in code. So we talk a bit in Latin. I lost all that shit. I don't know. It was fine when we were kids. It was fine when we were kids. We probably weren't even speaking it correctly anyways, but it worked for us. Gus says Wayne is just getting going now. Yeah. Well, like it's the top of the hour. It's about the time. Crank it up. Crank it up. Wayne's getting cranked up here. Stop it, Wayne. Wayne will send me another picture to show everybody. Him and his duds. His duds. At some live in history, World War II live in history event. I think you should be a pirate. I want to see Wayne as a pirate. Wayne says he's trying to keep it slow right at the end. Yeah. Who wants to see Wayne as a pirate? Wayne, you need to send us a picture as a pirate. Arg. Arg, you talking about? Yeah, the love affair with pirates. That just gets like, oh, no, they were some nasty, nasty guys. They were not good. They were not good. Same way it was like Bonnie and Clyde. They were not good people. They were, no. You know, Americans always have this fascination with the criminals and stuff, and they just romanticize it, and it's like, no, these people were not good people. They weren't. Well, we made it. We made it to the top. Jacqueline says, I'm baking bread right now. Good gluten-free bread. Yum. We just had another loaf made the other day. Excuse me. Yeah, the missus, she says, yeah, we need to do some sourdough. About every 5 years, she goes, we need to do some sourdough. And then she looks into it and she goes, that's just too much damn work. We'll buy sourdough. We do several types of bread anyways. And we got bread for eating, you know, sandwiches. We got bread for dinners, and we got roll bread, and we got this bread. We got different bread recipes. We got wheat bread. We got honey wheat bread. We got so we have those. We don't need to do. We got crusty bread. We got that too. We don't need to do sourdough. That's quite the process. She goes, it takes a day. It takes a day. It's like, yeah. You know, you got your mother and you did it. It's something you got to plan the next day. She does it now. She gets up in the morning. She goes, I want a loaf of bread. She makes a loaf of bread. One of my favorite pirate movies is Captain Blood. Good movie. Good movie. Captain Blood. Yeah. Yeah. That is a good movie. Didn't he fall in love with the governor's daughter or something like that? There was some shenanigans going on here. Captain Blood, Errol Flynn. Wayne says yes. Yeah, fell in love with the governor's daughter. They were trying to do some very similar to what was happening with the pardons with the Caribbean pirates. Same type of situation, but this was about Captain Blood and stuff like that. Yeah, good movie. Good movie, Captain Blood. Haven't seen that in a while. I like Horatio Hornblower too, but that wasn't Errol Flynn. That was Horatio Hornblower. Who did the original one? It's the new one that's coming up. Gregory Peck. Yeah, there you go, Wayne. Gregory Peck. Horatio Hornblower. Get two movies, two seafaring movies that you need to watch. Horatio Hornblower with Gregory Peck and Captain Blood with Errol Flynn. Errol Flynn, I just said his name. Those are two good sea movies right there. I like Gregory Peck in when he did Moby Dick too. That was pretty good. I saw the the Seahawks. Yeah, that's the Seahawks was with Errol Flynn too, wasn't it? Wasn't he the one in the Seahawks? I think that was Errol Flynn as well. No, that's not the movie. He says yes. Yeah, Errol Flynn, the Seahawk. The Seahawk. That's much in the same vein as Captain Blood, except for not, but very similar stories. Yeah, the Seahawk, and then I saw what is it? The Spirit of the Sea. The Heart of the Sea. Yeah, it's the Moby Dick Origins, The Heart of the Sea. I saw that the other day. It's on Netflix. And Chris Helmsworth is in it. It's okay. It's okay. I think Moby Dick, the actual Moby Dick movies were better. Wayne says I have a 4-pack of DVDs of Errol Flynn movies. The Adventures of Robin Hood. Yeah, classic. Captain Blood, awesome. Captain Blood's better than Robin Hood, I think. Seahawks, good. The Adventures of Don Juan. Yeah. I'd go. Another good movie is Master and Commander. You're talking with the new one with the guy that played the Roman soldier that became a gladiator. Gladiator. What the hell's his name? Is that the one you're talking about? Who's the guy that played the... I always get his name mixed up. It's Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World. Russell Crowe. You talking about the Russell Crowe version? They were pretty accurate in that. They went out of their way to make that pretty accurate. It's a good movie. Yeah, he says, yeah. I like a good sea movie. There's just something about the wind and the waves and the ships. And yeah, it's a good sea movie. Yeah, out of the ones that you saw, I'd say that in order, I'd go Captain Blood, the Seahawks, Robin Hood, and then Don Juan would be the order. So I love the music in that movie too. Yeah, it was pretty good. That was accurate as well. You're talking about when they were playing their instruments, right? Not the score. You're talking about the music that the doctor and the captain played. Oh, you got Horatio Hornblower too? Yeah, but I didn't mention that because he's not Errol Flynn. That was Gregory Peck. Gus says, I'm calling tonight. I really hope people surprise you. I hope they do as well. We'll miss your wisdom. Thank you. I will still call and bug. Yeah, I'm not going to go away, Gus. I'm not going to go away. You'll still hear from me. But he says yes, but the score too. Yeah, the score was okay, but it's fine. So yeah, thank you for joining the show. We'll probably get, at least no matter what happens, we'll get this ain't the last Whiskey Cowboy Live. But am I leaving? Yeah, like I said, you missed my post. You missed my post, and I explained the situation here on the show. Jacqueline says, mine is gluten-free sourdough. Takes time, but so worth the time and effort. Judy, after the show's done, listen from the beginning again. Listen from the beginning. Jeffrey Coker as Doc in Master. Is that his name? Cower, whatever. The Master and Commander. Juice says you will. Okay. Well, I should close it down. See you all bright and early on Facebook again. Next show, God willing, will be Sunday. Should have anyways. CH as in cheese. Chower. Jeffrey Chower. Choucher? Chocher? Chacher? I fuck everybody's name up. Yeah, they had a good cast. They had a good cast. So Chowser. He spells it phonetically for me. Chowser. But okay, thank you all for joining the show. Those who would like to help donate, like I said earlier in the show, link is in the description. Monthly donations help. I'm at that point. Laurel says, good night, all. Good night, Laurel. Judy. Donna, if you're still listening. If you were listening, I don't know. Jacqueline. Judy says, good night. Thank you. Yes, he played the bard. Yes, he played in A Knight's Tale. Yes. Yes. I'm shutting it down, Wayne. Again, thank you all for joining the show. See you on Facebook bright and early in the morning. God bless and take care.